What's up, everyone? Top 5 video games we need. There are a lot of video games out there, and I've been a player of video games for a very long time. And there are some video game concepts out there that don't exist. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure they don't exist, and they need to. And anyone that has any touch with a video game developer studio needs to get on this immediately because these 5 video games, hypothetical video games I'm about to mention, would be money glitches. They would print money for these studios. They could make so much money off of these video games, and I know people want them so bad. Yes, I'm recording this at night. It's dark. I work all day, so first off, an obvious one. I think a game everyone wants, a true good open world Star Wars game. I'm thinking like No Man's Sky meets GTA. This game would obviously be like a lot to make. Like again, No Man's Sky meets GTA is a huge game, but I'm talking like the perfect open world Star Wars game where like you can be a bounty hunter, like a Mandalorian or something. You can be a Jedi, you can be a Sith, you can be a fucking just monster or just a fighter. I don't know, a bunch of different options, and you just like explore the galaxy. And the game differs so much based on what like group you choose. Like if you're a bounty hunter, then you collect bounties. If you're a Jedi, then you try and get into the Jedi Order, become a master. If you're a Sith, you try and hunt and kill Jedi. I don't know. But it's just something open world that has like a story within it, like story single player missions, but also like multiplayer aspects of it. Something with like good graphics. I'm well aware that Star Wars Outlaws exists. That game is terrible. How about a game that's not bad? A game with like named characters. Like let's say you can't play as Luke Skywalker, but if you're a Jedi, maybe one day you can meet Luke Skywalker. Just like a game where there's co-op aspects, there's single player aspects. This game would print money for any studio that make it. I can't believe it doesn't already exist. A true good open world Star Wars game where you can just and you can also like buy new weapons, customize your armor, buy your own ship, fly around, partner up with friends, good fighting mechanics. This game would print money. Next game, a Lord of the Rings game. Keeping on the movie theme here. Now, a story-based Lord of the Rings game, like a good story-based game with like good graphics that just follows the movies, the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbit, if you feel inclined, I would buy that game immediately. Instantly. If it just followed the exact plot of the story, I would buy that game instantly. That would be so good. Just a game that with really good like gameplay in it and good like voice acting and characters and everything that just followed the story of the movies would be perfect. And if you don't want to do that, an open world Lord of the Rings game, just like the Star Wars open world game that I mentioned, you load in, you can pick, you can be a hobbit, you can be a wizard, you can be a human, a dwarf, an elf, and you get weapons, you level up, you just participate in the open world. There are missions. It's like GTA, but the Lord of the Rings world. I mean that this game would print you money. Any studio that's watching. I want that game so bad. That would be so cool. The Lord of the Rings world is so beautiful and there's so much stuff to it. I mean, a kind of open world game like that would do so well, or just a story-based Lord of the Rings. We need a really really good Lord of the Rings game with a good story and really good gameplay in it. Next, again, no shock to anyone, we need more superhero games. Simple as that. I'm talking like, so obviously the best superhero games are the Batman Arkham games and the Insomnia Spider-Man games. Especially I love the Batman Arkham games like so much. Dude, if they just did just control copy, control paste on the Batman Arkham games with different superheroes, it would be infinite money for these studios. I'm talking an Iron Man game, a Flash game, please, a fucking Superman game, like a good Superman game, a Captain America game, a damn Hulk game, Thor, all the superheroes, DC, Marvel, all of them, dude. And like a Batman style or Spider-Man style single player, just single player story game, but that's got that little bit of like an open world where you can go around and do side missions, especially like the Arkham games, would be so good. I so badly wanted just like a really good game where you play as Iron Man, you play as Superman. Please, those are like my top two. The Flash, where like they, especially a Flash game where they actually do his powers right, like they do super speed right. Oh my god, it would be so good. I'd pay $100 for that game. I would, maybe. Next, we're just gonna keep moving along. I was yapping about the Star Wars open world game quite a bit. Next would be and I got this idea from one of my friends actually, a Transformers game. A really good Transformers game would do so well. This wouldn't be like a story based game. I'm thinking more of like a multiplayer game, like kind of like Titanfall but done better. A game where you can customize your transformer in every way would be so fucking cool, man. Like a game where you design what he's like when he's in his bot form. So like what kind of weapons he has, and like there's limitations, like you can't get everything. So you can make him like a melee. He gets swords like Optimus Prime has, those orange ones. Or you can pick what kind of guns you want him to have, or how he targets other things. I mean, just you can customize his bot form so much. And then what would be so cool, you can customize what he transforms into. You want him to transform into like a really fast sports car so he can drive around the battlefield really quick? Do you want him to be a really slow moving, durable tank? He can transform into a tank. You can have him transform into something that flies like a plane or a helicopter, and you can play with your friends and like coordinate, okay, I'm gonna pick, you could have like presets of transformers. So you could have one that's like a helicopter, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna be air support, I'm gonna play helicopter, my helicopter guy this game. And a couple of your friends are like, all right, I'm gonna play my tank guys. And that, oh my god. And just like one that's really really well done with tons of customization, and just a good, just solid like multiplayer battle game with like Call of Duty but with Transformers would slap so hard, dude. I would love that game so much. I mean, God, that'd be cool. That'd be so fucking cool, man. Or even like a Battlefront style game too. Now that I'm thinking about it out loud, where like you could call in like heroes like Optimus Prime or Bumblebee. Man, that'd be fucking cool, dude. That would be such a good game. I'd play that all day, every day. The last game, so I got my list on my other monitor here, and those first four were like clear to me. They came right away. And the last one I thought about a lot, what I really want to see. So this game is a little bit unorthodox, but it's a game that I think if a studio did right would be like really fucking good. I'm thinking like a spy strategy game, a multiplayer one. So pretty much all like multiplayer quick games nowadays are just shooters, right? It's just a 5v5, 6v6 or something like that, where the games last like 15 minutes long, 10, 15 minutes at the most, really, and you just try to just kill the other team with guns or whatever. I'm thinking a game where killing is not really like getting a kill. Like I'm thinking something closer to like Rainbow Six Siege, but like even further than that, like even less guns and weapons than that. Like everyone maybe just gets a silenced pistol. Like I'm thinking of a game concept where the average game could be like I'm thinking like a League of Legends game or Smite, if any of you guys know Smite. Like a literally like a 20 to 30 minute long game that you play with your friends. Each match is where like I don't know what the objective would be, but you just need to kind of the map is huge and you need to like sneak and infiltrate to the other team's map and like almost like capture the flag, like grab something and bring it back to your side. And like getting into battle, like fighting someone isn't really what you want to do. Maybe like there's like cameras, the other team like defends with cameras and you can block them out, and the other team's sneaking around. And I like a game that's more like strategy based. I'm not a fucking game designer, so I'm not really doing a good job here at describing what I would want. But Do you guys know what I mean? Just like a multiplayer quick match type of game where the games are a little bit longer, but they're really strategy based. And like it's the kind of game where like, you know, you don't just spawn die like a lot of these games. Like Call of Duty, you spawn, you try and get some kills, then you die. And you spawn back and you try and get like this is a game where like I don't even if you could respawn during the game, it would be a situation where like you would die like once in like a 20 to 30 minute game. And you would you would be doing a lot of like things other than trying to kill people during the game. Like maybe you're trying to facilitate your team to get to the other side. I don't know, man. But just like a game concept like that, where there's actually like a lot of strategy to it and not just like point and shoot, where it's not as much like, oh, this is a good point, where it's not as much like mechanics based and more like you really have to think. And honestly, a game where it's like got a high learning curve to it, to where like what separates the top players from the lower level players is like knowing all the different interactions of the game. You know, kind of like I'm trying to think of good examples. Like Clash Royale on your phone is a game where sometimes what separates the best people from the more worst people is like understanding how all the different interactions work between all the cards, right? So I'm thinking something like that where just like learning everything about the game is what makes you better, not just necessarily how good you are at like aiming and movement and things like that. I hope that made sense. I probably was rambling about that a lot more than I should have, but that was it. I just wanted to throw this video out there. I'm hoping that you guys comment games that you would want to see, like games like this, hypothetical games that you would just buy immediately that you think a ton of people would buy. Because I wholeheartedly would like to hear what kind of games you guys came up with, and just we can all just dream together that some studio would make these games. But just wanted to throw this out here. Maybe some studios will see this and make all these games for me. Please do. I'll pay pretty much any amount of money for them, or sponsor me, and I will shout them out on the channel. I'll actually probably do it for free if you ever ended up doing that. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. That was it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for watching this as I record this at night. It's dark outside. Good thing I've got this weird looking light that I use. So, thanks for watching. Goodbye.